Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you are all getting excited for the holidays this coming weekend. Bet you have a Friday off, which will be good. You get to relax and enjoy. And you know, it's coming to that time where the holidays are here and family is here, and taking the time to be with one another and taking the time to really celebrate where you are, celebrate the life that you have. Good morning, Nick. Hi, Sean. Good morning, Ivana. Because so many times we want to worry about where we're going or what we're doing or why didn't I get this far? Whatever it is, right? We kind of start doing this to ourselves, especially this time of the year, right? Well, where did this year go? What did I do with it? How could it have not been better? Good morning, Julie. Good morning. And we find ourselves a little stuck. But if we kind of look at what we've done and where we're going and the things we want, a lot of times you'll see that whether you realized it or not, you put limits on yourself. You somehow created these blocks or these belief systems that said, I can only get this far or I can only do this much. So what I want you to do is spend the next couple weeks and set an intention for the new year that you're not going to limit yourself. The limits that we place on ourselves, they don't even come from us. They come from things we've been told. They come from belief systems that have been passed down to us. They come from maybe a past life or a fear or whatever it is. They're not really coming from your organic soul. They're manufactured. And when you can look at it that way, when you can look at these limits as manufactured limits, they're not yours, then you can actually start to let them go. You don't have to personalize them. You don't have to make them yours. You know, a lot of times you'll look at someone and you'll be like, wow, they're doing so great, and how do they do it, and blah, blah, blah. Well, first of all, don't worry about what they're doing. Worry about what you're doing. And you can envy and you can say, wow, I'd like to get there, or I'd like to try that. But just look at yourself to say, where am I stopping my own success? Good morning, Stephen. Hi, Amber. Hello, Melissa. Oh, good. You got your mug? Yay. Here's the mug. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyhow, there you go. So look at where you're creating these blocks. Are you saying to yourself, success is for other people? Money is for other people. Happiness in my job is for other people. So it's, and Melissa, I don't do the reading, so you have to look inward as to see where you're hindering it. You have to look in, you have to ask yourself those questions, and you have to see what comes up for you. Where do you feel triggered? Where do you feel like you're dragging your feet? Where do you feel like you hesitate? And when you find yourself doing these things, ask yourself, what is creating that slack? What is creating me not wanting to do it? Is it because you're not passionate about it and you have to look to do something else? Is it because you're afraid? Is it because you're worried about what other people will think? So many times, especially anybody opening up their spiritual gifts, they're so afraid of what other people will think. They're so afraid of everybody who once supported them will now no longer support them because of this new path. But the thing is the more we embrace it, the more people that come out and speak it, and the more people that own it, the more it's just going to become common, like a common area for us all to explore. It won't be so crazy. So don't listen to other people, look at where you are holding yourself back and say, I can't do this anymore. I got to stop. I got to let this go. So that's the key. Okay. Good morning, Paulette. Good morning. And start writing it down. And also sometimes look to see if you're saying yes too quickly. Are you saying, yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll do that. Yeah. And when you really look at it, you don't want to do those things. You're just saying yes, either out of habit, you're used to saying yes, or you don't want to disappoint someone, or you don't want to let people down. But look at where you're even using your yeses. And do your yeses feel good? Do your yeses feel organic? So, yay. So thank you, Amber. So looking where you are gauging yourself, okay? What do you mean if you say it fast? I do that so often, I regret it after. Well, you're meaning like, hey, I just say yes. Well, sometimes what's happening is it's you want to be a people pleaser. So the people pleaser, yep, yes, of course I can. Like the people pleaser will say yes before stopping to check in with themselves to see if it's really a no. So there you go. Steven, coffee mug. So looking at this new year, why don't you try to set some new goals for yourself? The goals that feel good for you, the goals that feel organic with your purpose, with your heart, those things. Looking at where do you really want to be and being authentic about that. Not everyone is going to be happy about your choices. That's just the way it is. But you're not really here to make everybody else happy. You're here to make yourself happy. Good morning, Denise. You are here to live your life with purpose, with meaning, with passion, with love. So finding that within yourself is the key ingredient to manifesting all of those things that we want. So yeah, good, Melissa, good. Do your reality board. That will be a lot of fun. But asking yourself, what goals am I going to set? We talked about this in one of the other Coffee with Colby, so you can go back and do that. But looking at yourself emotionally, spiritually, professionally, in the areas of your life, start writing it down today. Where are you holding yourself back? Where do you start to feel triggered when you start to think about it? So when you start to want to go for something, where is it that you feel stopped or triggered? Okay? And that's an indicator to work on that. It's an indicator that something is shaking you up inside. So work on that. Say, acknowledge it, and then say, okay, what is it about it? A lot of times we'll be afraid to do something, not really because we're afraid, but because we've been told we should be afraid, or we've been programmed to be afraid, or it's a habit that we have. Not truly that we're afraid of it. And no matter what you're afraid of, the more you can do it, the more you can really work through your comfort zone, it will actually be easier. You won't feel as uncomfortable the more you do it. I know the first time I got in front of a group of people to do a mediumship reading, I was so nervous and worried, and it's not really my thing. And yet the more I do it, the more I really enjoy it, the more I can really celebrate that moment of healing and connection. But I had to do it over and over and over. It just wasn't immediate. So look at what you're doing, and don't just try it once or twice. Look to do it several times. Look to do it until it becomes more comfortable. And it may never become easy or real comfortable, but it will help that progress. It will help you get to that next step. Is there a way to find out about a past life? Well, Mira Kelly is a great past life regressionist, so you could always do a session with her because she's really amazing. The other thing to do is meditate, but be careful of someone who tells you what your past life was. Even Mary Kelly won't do that. She just takes you through the journey so you can do it. And she's even got some free meditations that you can explore and use to kind of help take you on that journey. But that's kind of something that you can do on your own. But, you guys, look at what limits you're setting on yourself. This is the time to clean house, right? We're coming out of this Mercury retrograde, thank God. And this is the time to clean house. Clean out your fears. Clean out your worries. Clean out your limits. If you've put a limit on yourself, if you put a cap on yourself, now is the time to have the courage to push it aside if it is not serving your highest good. If it is not fulfilling your purpose, your passion, your soul, making your heart beat faster, then don't let it cloud your life anymore. Oh, I can't wait to see you, Joshua John. Yay. That's right, Melissa. Clean out the house. Clean it out. All right, you guys. That is our coffee. Is there a link to her? You'd have to just Google it. I don't put links on that thing at all. So Mira Kelley, Mirakelley. Just Google it. You'll find her, Amber. Really easy. She's fantastic. All right, there you go. Hey, on Thursday, on Live with Colby Rebel, I'm going to take callers, and I'm actually going to do readings if you've lost a child or your parent and you really want to connect with them for the holidays. I'm going to be doing medium readings on the Live with Colby Rebel just as a way for a little holiday celebration. That's at 5 p.m., so come and join me. But anyhow, have a beautiful day, everybody, and thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for carving out the time in your day, for showing up, and for being a part of this. It does take all of us to come together. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.